Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Brother Allen Hensley coming to you from my apartment once again. I've been doing some thinking on this whole pandemic and why would China allow now this virus to get out. And I think I came up with the reason. I think I think I came up with the reason, son. And yes, that's me doing a little Foghorn Leghorn imitation for those who can remember him. Cheers, Rudy. That's the reason I think China allowed this now was threefold. One, get the press off their backs about the environmental protesters. Two, get the press away from the Hong Kong protesters who were protesting bills, shit that China was trying to do, such as make it where if you get caught in Hong Kong, you gotta go to China for legal stuff, the whole shit they were trying to do. Plus, try to put them under the communist thumb. And the third was so that everyone would be so wrapped up in dealing with their own countries and their own shit that no one, and I mean no one, would realize that China is actually trying to spread its borders through taking over other countries. See, and it's worked. Don't get me wrong, for the most part, it's worked great for China. Because the environmental protests are forgotten, the protests in Hong Kong are forgotten, and no one's been watching what China's been doing as far as expansion of their borders. So it's worked out great. However, not everyone has been blinded to their actions, shall we say. I'm sure that I'm not the only one who put this together and said, you know what? China's trying to pull a fucking fast one over here. It can't be. I mean, I know I'm smart, but I ain't that fucking smart to be the only son of a bitch to figure this out. Especially when all it takes is a few minutes of logic and cognitive thinking, and you end up with the same result. China wanted to hide the environmental protests from them putting that refinery where they are, which coincidentally right outside Wuhan, and the people there didn't want it there because they knew of the environmental impact the place would have with smog and pollution and harming wildlife, harming humans, stuff like that. They didn't want everyone on the side of the Hong Kong protesters, because had the media kept their camera focused on Hong Kong, then everyone would see the Chinese government run in with tanks, guns, whatever, and China would have another Tiananmen Square incident on their hands. They didn't want that. A little leak, a little pandemic, boom. They don't worry about another Tiananmen Square issue because there's zero fucking cameras now focusing on Hong Kong. Why? Because everyone's focused on their own country. Now, as far as the borders, I can't prove that. That is, granted, that is a theory of mine. However, it is a theory that does make logical, meaning I'm not thinking about it here in my heart. It's not something I feel. It's something that makes sense up here where I've thought about it with my logic-based thinking in my mind and my cognitive reasoning. So, it is what it is. But it makes sense. So, I'll talk to you later, and until then, continue to do what I always say, think for yourselves. Until next time, I'll be seeing you.